collection which he inherited from his grandfather. The point is that his grandfather got scammed and most of the paintings, statuettes, and artifacts, fake guns, books, ship models, are fakes or reproductions. Very few real pieces. My husband knows, but he liked it as a kid, and so he kept it, adding stuff over the years. He always bought fakes or repros too, saying he likes how they look and he wouldn't bankrupt us like that. To be honest, I couldn't stand that assortment of random knickknacks, especially because they aren't worth a thing. His hallway and office looked like a kid's idea of a museum. He was away on a trip 2 weeks ago, and I seized the occasion to put all the stuff in storage and give a restyling to his office. I figured he'd get upset, but eventually accepted. When he came back, he got silent. I reassured him I didn't throw any of his knickknacks, just put them in storage, and that I liked his room much better now, and his grandmother should have done the same for his grandfather. He said that the rest of the house is already in my style, and he accepted it, but the office and hallway were his space. I reassured him he will like it better with time, but a week has passed and he looks depressed. He stopped spending time in his room, barely talks to me, and even refuses intimacy. He acts indifferent and told me I can get rid of the few things I kept. I am starting to think I overstepped. Did I make a mistake? I am considering apologizing and get his stuff back in his office. Update. Guys, I hear you. I messed up big time and I know it. I'll ask him if he can forgive me and I will get back all his stuff. I'll also offer to display some of his stuff in the living room as a peace offering. Hey guys, I know I fucked up big time and your comments just reinforced that feeling. I went to my husband, gave him a massive apology and told him I would really like to get back his collection and get his office and hallway like they were before. I also apologized for going behind his back and violating his safe space the way I did. I also offered to let him display some pieces in our bedroom and living room, and next time he spots something he would like to add to his collection, I am paying for it. He accepted my apology and forgave me. We spent the afternoon getting his stuff back in place. It's not worth it to create a rift between us for this. I might not like his taste in art, but I love this man, and if he's happy, I am happy too. Thank you all for the comments and the love. I really needed it. Update 2. Seeing my story gain traction on TikTok and spread across Reddit really opened my eyes. The numerous comments made me reflect deeply on our marriage and how it's beginning to resemble my parents' relationship. My mother has always been dominant over my father, constantly critiquing and complaining, which is why I've maintained some distance from her. My father, a man who shies away from confrontation, shares similarities with my husband. This realization struck me hard. I am slowly turning into my mother. I recognize I didn't dispose of my husband's collection because deep down, I knew the irreversible harm it would cause. Yet, I find myself repeating smaller actions reminiscent of my mother, such as changing his chosen outfits or advising him on what to post online. During a heartfelt discussion, I asked my husband for his honest feelings about my actions. He appreciates my efforts but sometimes finds them overwhelming. He described instances where I unconsciously restrict his movements, even in sleep, which he finds suffocating. His openness moved me to tears. Although he reassured me that leaving was not on his mind, the last thing I want is to make him feel trapped, like my father. I suggested therapy to address my behaviors, and he supported the idea. He also agreed to consider marriage counseling. I'm hopeful that we can mend any strains in our relationship, striving to be as understanding and patient as he has always been with me.